Okay, this next and last story is devastating, and it's been in the headlines for, last week we talked about this, and then it continues. The story continues to unravel here. Alfred Angelo, if you aren't familiar, is like a David's Bridal. You go, you can find wedding dresses there, you can find things for your bridal party, your bachelorette party, bridesmaids dresses. Okay, the stores all of a sudden, from one day to the next, closed down. Even employees got no heads up that the brick and mortar stores were closing. They go try to walk into work, they couldn't. Okay, well, that's one issue. Then think about all of the brides, the bridal parties in this world who have used Alfred Angelo as their place and their source for their wedding gowns or their bridal party gowns. They couldn't get them. And so it was, for me, Dina and I, we both had our weddings. We planned our weddings. I remember trying on dresses at Alfred Angelo. Did you ever? You never went to Alfred Angelo. Okay, so down in Southern California, it's pretty popular. And I didn't end up going with it, but it's you never think it's just going to close from one day to the next. I never heard that it was having any issues. Well, okay, fast forward, here we are today. These people still, these brides and these bridal party gals still haven't been able to pick up their dresses. So 3 former Alfred Angelo store employees down in San Diego took it upon themselves. I guess they had a key. They didn't break in necessarily, right, Dina? You were on the story on Morning Blend. We didn't get any word of that.
I don't think they technically were allowed access,
They weren't technically allowed access. Illegal, but it's not like they okay, I don't know.
Well, they got in.
They got in. They had the key, I guess. They got in, and they were handing these brides who were so desperate for their gowns their dresses. And so Rob Karlmark had asked during the show, well, if you were one of those employees, would you do that? Not knowing the legal or illegal implementations here, I would say yes, I would, because why wouldn't you? If this bride is in tears, I imagine, maybe her wedding was happening that weekend. You need the dress, it's yours, you've purchased it. It's in the window there, let me go in and get it. Well, I guess Alfred Angelo, or the company's bankruptcy estate, owns those gowns and the stores now. So employees, this was an illegal activity that they were part of. Bankruptcy court says women who have not picked up their gowns and have not paid for the merchandise no longer have a right to them, which is interesting to me. If you ordered it but you didn't put any money down on it, then it's not fully yours. The company has finally released a statement.
To put some sort of a deposit?
Maybe not at Alfred Angelo. Maybe you order it until you get it specific to your body and get it altered. Maybe it's not considered completely yours. I'm not sure. I know when I bought it, you had to pay for it in full before it came to me because they took specific measurements.
Right.
And this was overseas. This was a Galil Lahab gown, so it was coming very specific. I mean, I went all out on this wedding gown. So yes, that was mine, even when it was being made. The company, though, Alfred Angelo, has finally released a statement on what you can do if you're a bride right now going, hello, my dress is in there. They say if you want to be contacted regarding your order status once information is available, there's an email address where you should send your inquiry and then several pieces of information from your order that you should include. That's just such a process.
And that's a hot mess. Let's call a spade a spade. If I pay, I'm getting married and my wedding is coming up in 3 weeks. It's time to get my dress. Whoop, so excited. Had a fitting. My bridal party came in. We had a little cocktail, a little champagne, tried to dress on tears. And I'm not married. I'm just going off of what I've seen on TV and the movies. So
that's pretty much what
and me being in weddings, a bunch of weddings with some of my friends. And then it's time to pick up the dress. You come in, the door's locked. There's a sign on the door saying, oh, shut down. You can't reach anybody to get your dress. And I pay for my dress in full. I'm going to find a way to get my dress. So I'm going to call the lady, the cashier. I'm going to call the store manager because you meet people and you've interacted with these people the whole time while you're getting your alterations done. You need to open up the doors and give me my dress. I paid for it. So until you get into the legal component, no, most people wouldn't assume that. They would say, I pay for the dress. That means it's mine regardless if you shut down or not.
Shouldn't Alfred Angelo want to do that?
Right. So to me, that's just common.
And to be and to be clear, they said that they are going to try to, if you contact them.
I would have already, though. It's been too much time.
I know. If you contact them and you have the receipt, you have the description, you have all your information, you have everything that they need, there is like a form you can fill out, submit it. Who knows how long that's going to take? Brides might have an issue because they have to get married on a certain day. It's not like you can push it back. But we did put on abc10.com the entire form of what you need to fill out. You give that to the estate trustee, the bankruptcy estate trustee, and they're supposed to be sorting through all of this and try to get the dresses back to the rightful people who have ordered them. but how long is that going to take? And yes, what a mess.
And why did Alfred Angelo shut down? What was so bad? This was across the country. All Alfred Angelos just shut down from one day to the next that the employees didn't even know about it. Like, what happened?
And then even if there's a bankruptcy situation, somebody knew that was shutting down. So at one point, where was the breakdown to say, okay, so we're going to have to shut down and close the doors. Everything that's already paid for, put it over here. Everything that's not paid for, we need to account for that. And then we can.
Because we're giving this company, in my opinion, the benefit of the doubt. They're losing their business. Maybe they don't care to make right. I mean, that's just my perspective. It's customer service, but it's not. What are you going to do? Call and complain? They cut their phone cords. I mean, yes, it's
business.
It's horrible.
Who this?
Absolutely horrible. And when you know you're in the business to be helping somebody with the happiest day of their life, you would think that they would have handled it differently. But maybe they're pissed. They had to shut down. They had to file bankruptcy.
Done. The last thing they're thinking about.
Who knows? I don't know.
The bride.
Yeah,
which is
horrible.
Which David's Bridal and other boutiques are taking advantage.
Yeah.
Which is smart as a business, and also giving these brides, if you go and you say, look, this is my story. This is what happened. I had a dress ordered at Alfred Angelo. They are offering discounts. I don't know how big of a discount it is, but let us know if you are one of those Alfred Angelo brides, or if you're in a bridal party where you had to order a dress, and what your experience has been and what you plan to do. And again, abc10.com to get those forms.
And Anise says paid merchandise should be given to the buyer. Unsold inventory should fall under bankruptcy. And I agree. I think it's still, they have no employees to give the dresses that were paid for out. They've essentially shut their doors, locked it with a key,
Except
threw
some
the
of
key
these
away.
former employees who were decent human beings and saying, okay,
so now,
we're going.
you're right. The people who paid in full for their dress and it's sitting inside the building, they should get it. But how are they going to get it is the issue now, because there's no employee there to give it to them.
And on the flip side, I've been in a couple of weddings where you need to take this dress back. Keep this dress in the inventory, shut the door, and put it back inside of the building, honey.
It's a bridesmaid
dress.
Right,
it's
keep
a
this bridesmaid
dress.
dress. Oh, you shut the door? Cool, I don't have to wear it.
I don't have to wear the shoulder pads. Although bridal party dresses have gotten cute over the years.
Yeah.
You would have wanted to be in my wedding.
Yeah.
I put the girls in these beautiful black gowns, deep V, some of them, they all were different, low back. I mean, my girls have worn their dresses to weddings as guests.
Oh, good, yes.
Good. I let my girls just pick. I'm like, here's the color. Yeah.
Oh, no.
When I get married, I
Mine
might
was
have a
like, you
bridesmaid
get the-
going to the courthouse.
I was so
Wear this.
picky
Three
that
amigos.
I had the slits. They all had to take them to the same seamstress because I wanted them to hit the same exact spot
I
on the
can't,
leg.
Megan.
And I was worried that I was worried the shade of black
Not surprised.
was going to be off. So they all had to get the same dress,
Wow.
different style, the same black.
This is why we're so great, because we're all so different.
You better not mess up. The leg had to look cute on wedding day.